Big mansion. First meetup for Drama and I. Group chat meets up. We're going to Petite Taqueria, our friend's restaurant, because we get a big discount. Thanks,
Rule
Brian.
number one. When
Thanks, Brian.
Ask for a discount. Can't reach you, but it's nice to meet you. I am Chris. I am from Akron, Ohio. I am the co-founder, co-CEO, Young and Reckless. Just started a podcast called Short Story Long. Now with content and all this stuff, the way that it's going, it's really about connecting with people. And it's really about hearing what you guys are working on, sharing ideas, and sharing that wherever we can on our platforms, and like really just integrating and being one with everyone as opposed to trying to be too cool for school. So this is our real first attempt. We were literally just sitting in the office the other day and Dee said, why don't we do a meetup and just see who shows up. So this is our first time really doing anything like this, and this is already extremely cool.
I'm Tyler. I'm from OC area. I co-own a bakery actually out in Irvine.
Hey guys, I'm Khalid. I am a luxury real estate agent.
Yeah, Hyro. I'm a hip hop artist.
What's up, everyone? I'm Taylor. I make socks.
What's up, guys? Benji. I'm a lawyer.
How you guys doing? My name is John. I work at a brand called Primitive Skateboarding.
Yo, I'm Josh.
I do creative strategy for Nike and NFL. So stoked to be here and learn a lot about what's going on, and just gotta stay connected to the culture, know what everyone talks about. So.
Guys, cheers. Cheers, 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 cheers. Cheers.
This is just like a random comment that I'm throwing out, but like to me, like it's totally, I don't know, awesome, whatever. But my mom's currently fighting like stage 4 cancer, right? So like it's been the shittiest time of my existence.
Yeah.
It's unreal. And so the fact that this kind of just happened, I didn't know I was gonna make it on time. Carson, I'm like broke until I get paid tomorrow, and I'm just like, okay, should I just go and do it? And I went, did it, swiped my card on the little meter, and I thought this was gonna decline it. But I was like, cool. But it's like as I'm getting here, I'm getting emotional because I'm like, I needed this win right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's been so crazy, and I just want you to know that you guys are like helping people on another level.
It's dope, man.
Not so much just like what we do, but it's those little big things, like, you know, it's crazy. I'm trying not like to put this
that's dope.
Man. Like, really appreciate this.
Yeah, it's good.
Thanks.
How do y'all deal with like you know, in the beginning or now? Like, how do you deal with like the unknown? Like, do you fear it? Do you embrace it?
There's a J. Cole line, the bad news is nothing lasts forever, the good news is nothing lasts forever, right? My version of that is the bad news is nobody cares. The good news is nobody cares, right? So like if you go make a mistake and you go do something really stupid, nobody gives a shit. And don't even have enough ego to think that anyone went home that night and thought, man, that guy's such an idiot, because they don't care, right? They only, if you have enough wins, that will stack up, and that's how you create a brand, a business, or whatever. Nobody really cares about your failures, right? So we could have came here.
And
this
you just don't
been,
talk about them. Just like,
you just act like it was great. Like
if
we came here and this was a disaster for some reason, our video would have looked so dope, and it would have looked like we would have been like, man, incredible meetup. Love you guys. There was 300 people there. Even when I started the podcast, like if you listen to my first 5 episodes of my podcast, I sound nervous. I was panicking. I wanted to run out of the room. I was like, man, everyone is gonna think I'm an idiot. But like,
you hit a progression.
Yeah, and people ended up liking it more because they related to my growth.
It was raw, it was real too. That's the shit. You're not afraid to do it.
Yeah, and if you go listen to the early episodes, I'm not afraid to say I sound like I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's part of the reason why people like it more now, is because they watch me learn how to interview people and learn how to do that stuff. And so you just can't worry about that at all.
Do you guys have any like specific locations that are like willing to give like startups a chance?
I think you can just walk into any place and just ask them. If you see a lot of people somewhere, like when we launched our sunglass brand, I had my assistant ask you know, Erewhon, it's a grocery store. I mean, it's a zoo in there. So I'm like, beg. Yes, and so perfect. So I was like, I was begging the owner of Erewhon, like, can I please do a pop-up in here, right? Said no, because he's like, I don't give a fuck about your, whatever amount of money you're gonna offer me. But the idea is like, there's someone that's gonna say yes. like, for you to think you can drive traffic day in and day out, it's too hard. Go to the place that already has the traffic and figure out how to work with them to get it in. Because you could say, all I need is 80 square feet. I'll stay in the corner, I'll mind my own business. Just let me be in the store.
Yeah.
Mine is that as a hip hop artist, like I was just letting him know. I know they keep saying that like the Latin market is open and this and that, but for some reason, Mexican artists are not accepted. It's like I hit that fucking wall. Like the moment they're like, "Oh, you're Mexican," like, yeah, we'll listen to your shit, bro. Yeah, I got you. Like,
yeah.
You shoot me your link or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, it's never gonna get.
So just say you're Colombian.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Is like, I guess that's where my pride come in too. Like, I don't want to fake the fun.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like, yeah, I'm Mexican, but I can spit. Like, I'm actually different. But when they actually hear me, then I'll get like, wait, but it doesn't match. Like, I don't know. I don't see it.
So this is not the right advice for a creative person, because I'm not a creative person. But my view has always been like, I'll do whatever it takes to get in the conversation, get the leverage, and then I'll change the conversation to myself. Like, I'll change it to what I want it to actually be. But if you need to get in the door first, like if you can't get in the door, then you're not in a position to share the message that you actually want to share. So if you feel like that's holding you back, just don't address it.
Gotcha.
Also, you know, like you don't need to go out and say, you know, I'm this, I'm that. Just let the art speak for itself. Sure. That way you're not being labeled or in any such way. Because the problem is like you need to get in the door first.
I guess more so it's not so much that I walk up, I'm like, hey, I'm Mexican, I rap.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe that was your doing.
No, not at all. Like, it's like when I'm there, you know, the conversation's going, it's getting going, whatever, and then for some reason, like, they're hearing my stuff, and then through the conversation, they'll just ask, like, yo, like, where you from? Like, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm Mexican. And they're like, oh. And then it's like, just changes everything.
But you gotta romanticize the story. Yeah. You need to, one thing on social media where I think there's a huge opportunity to continue to do, you need to share your struggle. Like if you did a video telling people, man, I'm not getting my doors open because I'm Mexican, all the Mexican people are gonna be like, man, fuck that. That's
think about what you guys said. You guys said that you like us so much because we tell you the truth. And we tell you our struggle and we tell you whatever. So tell people that. Tell them you feel like every time you go to a meeting when you say that you're Mexican, people hate on you.
Yeah.
That's something that now I have a reason to
then
like
they're gonna root for you, right? But they don't know that. They just think, man, he just can't make it.
What you think is a weakness is a strength, right? If we sat in this meet and greet and we said, no, everything we do is perfect. We've never had a day when we thought nothing was wrong. We're super rich and everything's fine. You guys would be like, all right, we're out of here, right? You're only connecting to our weaknesses. What we perceive as weaknesses is what you guys are connecting with. Like, you'll be shocked, man. When that door finally opens and now they're looking for clones of you because you're the hottest thing in the world, you're going to be like, man, everyone looks just like me. This shit's whack, right? Something's always going to be whack.
Man, everyone's trying to be Mexican now.
What the fuck?
I have a question about when to take investment and finding the right partners. The clientele's become wealthier, and so they're interested in investing in me, but I'm a little bit gun shy. So like every couple of months they take me out to fancy dinners and then they'll just say like, how much money do you want? And I don't know what to say because it's like, and now everybody's telling me to like lawyer up and I have no clue. Like I just run my business by myself. It's completely vertical. Yeah. And you know, when you're a sole founder, it's a little bit lonely. So it's really tempting to like take the money, but at the same time, like what's your advice if the business is already profitable and extremely lean?
We've had the same investor for 11 years and we were offered a lot of money along the way and we always said no. And I learned a harsh lesson is when, so there's two parts of the story. When people are offering you money, you take it because you don't know when it may come again. So that's one issue. Two is, yes, it doesn't matter who you take money from, but if people are coming to you, then you have the leverage to structure a deal that keeps the power within your hands. And so you'll be surprised if you are somewhat aggressive in the way you want to structure it, so control and how you want to work, tell them they got to be passive investors, whatnot. Like my investors in my business have been with me for so long and they're extremely passive because that's what we told them up front. That's what we want and they've respected that. But as the years went, we got offered these big checks from folks and this and that and got us nervous that like, oh, they're going to take over, they're going to control our destiny. And so, but flip side is I wish I had taken the money because there's no scenario where you have enough money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're lean and profitable today. 2019 recession hits, world's falling apart, you're like, fuck, I wish I took that money. And you can't get money at that point. So I think you got to look at it like, you got to be pretty smart about, one, if there's people willing to give you money, you really need to figure out how to get comfortable with those people and actually get that money, because it is the one thing I've learned from technology companies that, like, let's say my business doesn't do, is they raise money, the next day they start raising again, right? They just focus on raising. And I think that's a very, I mean, like, it's crazy because you don't focus on your business, but it gives you that war chest for those ugly days that, like, you know, you have the cash to survive, because otherwise you're like me waiting for a miracle money, a check from Wells Fargo, because I would take, you know, some check for someone. So I think you got to be like 100% get a lawyer. Like, there's no, there you go. You got Benji right there. Yeah, but like, I mean, you can't structure anything on your own, because there are, like, I remember when we were kicking someone out of our company when we were first starting, I didn't have any money for a lawyer, so I went on the internet and I was like, I wrote up how to create a release. I printed it out, made him sign it. I put it in a plastic thing, put it in a safe, and it was just, I literally held it in a safe in my parents' house till today. It's still there because I'm just like paranoid about it. But, you know, a lawyer can help protect you from all those things. The other thing is also pay attention. Like, a lot of entrepreneurs just sign everything, do everything, and that was me. Like, I used to just sign this, do that, whatever. And I was like, holy shit, I just signed the dumbest thing. And so you have to take the time and effort and learn why you're partnering with someone, what the structure is. Like, you got to be educated on those things. But if someone's giving you money, take it.
Hi guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I hope you like this vlog, and I hope you like Will.
And like investors, like how is it that you go about starting at that approach? Like, I mean, yeah, obviously I don't have the numbers yet, I don't have the big following yet, but I know that, I mean, out there's some small investors or even brands, clothing brands that are willing, like, hey, like, I'll throw some gear at you, whatever, and like, let's see what it does, or like, I'll do a photo shoot. Like, how do I get into that door? Like, how?
I think you just have to ask a lot of fucking people. Like, the first person that gave us money, he told me, he's like, man, you don't have an ounce of talent, but I can't believe you're still in business after 3 years, because he's like, your clothes are whack, your shit's ugly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And he shitted on me for like 10 minutes, and then he goes, how can I help you? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, I'm enamored with how you're still in business. You must be good at something, because it ain't because of the clothes you're in business.
Wow.
This was like 23, 24 years old, and like that gave me the realization that as long as you can show your passion, people will believe in you.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. I'm shocked at how good the first meetup was. A lot of people, a lot of really smart people, a lot of good conversation. Lots more meetups coming. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to those of you who showed up.